Hello, ladies and gentlemen. KJ here, and I am back with another episode of the NWL. Well, we are just a couple weeks away, ladies and gentlemen, from the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. That is November 2nd, and it is turning into an amazing night of action with the Intercontinental and NWL Championships on the line, as well as the tag team titles. I'm very much looking forward to that. However, tonight we are continuing that tag team title hunt to try and find the perfect team to face off against the champions, the chosen ones. 2 more tag team matches are in store for us tonight, as well as some amazing singles action, including CM Punk versus his rival, Boom. Those two always put on a great match for us, ladies and gentlemen. And in the main event, the number 1 contender for the NWL Championship, Sting, goes one-on-one against the NWL Intercontinental Champion Carnage. It is a blockbuster night of action, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to get things going early tonight with a tag team match to get us started. So here we go with our first match of the night, ladies and gentlemen. It is a tag team match that pits the legacies Cody Rhodes and Ted Dibiase versus Rey Mysterio and Dominic Cervantes. These guys are competing for a chance to face off against the NWL Tag Team Champions, the Chosen Ones, at WrestleMania. Right now in this little tournament we've been having, Legacy has picked up 1 victory and 1 loss. Meanwhile, Rey Mysterio and Dominic Cervantes are still looking for their first win of the tournament. They were beaten by Willy Wonka and the Oompa Loompa on October 1st, and then follow that up with a loss to the Devil and Batista the following week. Now they're facing off against the former tag team champions in Legacy, their chances are, like they have been the past couple weeks, very slim, but it seems like every week Rey Mysterio and Dominic Cervantes finds a way to defy the odds and put on a good showing. They haven't won yet, but they have been close. They have had some great matches, and I think it's only a matter of time before they do win one of these tag team matches, and it could be tonight against Legacy. Right now, Cody Rhodes and Rey Mysterio in there fighting. They have a little bit of a history with each other in previous promotions, as Cody Rhodes gets out of the way of a dropkick by Rey Mysterio and tags in Dominic Cervantes. Rhodes now going after Dominic. Misses wildly on a spinning kick there, Cody Rhodes. And now Dominic taking advantage of it, flipping over in midair with Cody Rhodes. There's some amazing athleticism by Dominic Cervantes. As both him and Rey Mysterio are more of the luchador type, they enjoy the high-flying, high-risk parts of wrestling. They're willing to go off the springboard and off the top rope to try and make things work. As he throws Cody Rhodes into his corner and will tag in Rey Mysterio. Double team now by Dominic, and Rey drop toe hold and an elbow drop to the back of Cody Rhodes. And see, this is what Rey Mysterio and Dominic Cervantes seem to do on a weekly basis. They kind of get in the rhythm to kind of start controlling their opponents, really make it hard for them. I mean, even though they have not won yet, even though they've got a little bit of an uphill battle due to their size and style of wrestling, they still find a way to make it an entertaining and competitive match against their opponent. As you can see right there, Rey Mysterio using some of that luchador style against Ted DiBiase, who's tagged in. I don't know if you can hear it, ladies and gentlemen, but the crowd has gotten behind Rey Mysterio. They're chanting for 619. Always dangerous competitor Rey Mysterio, always has a chance to hit that move out of nowhere. Is DiBiase going out of the ring, take a little bit of a breather here. Comes back in, throws Mysterio into his corner and tags in Cody Rhodes. Rey Mysterio now grabs Cody, throws him into his corner and tags in Dominic. Great double arm drag takedown there by Rey Mysterio, and Dominic uses the elbows to go after the shoulder and chest region of Cody Rhodes. See, it looks like he might be hurting a little bit, starting to hold at his abdomen. Runs back to his corner, and Dominic doesn't let him get a tag in though, as he flips him down, and then a springboard flipping in midair. Dominic Cervantes splashes down full force onto Cody Rhodes. Going for it again, and they're flipping to midair, and splashes once again on the abdomen of Cody Rhodes. And now a little bit of a rolling thunder action there. Shades of RVD, as Dominic Cervantes now locking Cody Rhodes up, but Rhodes able to reverse it. Flips Dominic end over end. Rhodes needs to make a tag to his partner. He needs to get Ted DiBiase in this match. Try and turn things around, get the momentum back on their side. And that is one way to do it. Running Bulldog by Cody Rhodes. Oh ho ho! But an insta-guri kick by Dominic Cervantes lands flush on the side of Cody Rhodes' head. You could hear that thing up in the cheap seats, ladies and gentlemen. That smack echoing across the arena. Cody Rhodes, I don't know how he's still with it, but he is luckily able to tag in his partner, Ted DiBiase. That is what he needs, because I think he is probably seeing stars right now. Ted Dibiase now could come in. He provides a little bit more of the muscle for his team. Give him a little bit of an edge in that department. And here is Dominic Cervantes flipping over. Here's the pin. Ted Dibiase able to kick out at 2.5. Evades a dropkick attempt by Dominic, who then comes flying in and takes him out with a Hurricanrana. Tags in Rey Mysterio now, who gets evaded by Ted Dibiase. Starts laying into punches, kicks, but misses with a dropkick. And now Rey Mysterio takes him down off the ropes. Dropkick to the face. Standing moonsault there. And now springboard splash. Rey Mysterio trying to get some offense going. Here's a pinning attempt. 2. Ted Dibiase able to easily kick out of that one though. Mysterio delivering a high knee to the face of Ted Dibiase. Got him on the ropes and flips him over the top rope. Gets a little bit too close now to Cody Rhodes, who tries interfering in this match here. But ain't gonna work as Rey Mysterio gets right back on top of his game against Ted Dibiase. Pinning attempt. Not even a 2 count there as Ted Dibiase evades. An enziguri kick the first time, but the second one lands flush on the side of the head. Standing moonsault by Rey Mysterio. And then tags in his partner, Dominic Cervantes. Right now, Rey Mysterio and Dominic looking very much in control of this match. Zigzag by Dominic Cervantes. Rey Mysterio knocks Cody Rhodes off the apron. And Dominic and Rey Mysterio pick up the victory. And that is what I said earlier in the match, ladies and gentlemen. They have not won yet in this tag team tournament, but it was only a matter of time. They've been impressive in every match they have fought in. They've given each one of their opponents a run for their money, had opportunities, and tonight was their night as they found a way to beat the former NWL Tag Team Champions, Legacy. Both teams are now 1-2. So a great way to kick off the NWL, ladies and gentlemen, as Rey Mysterio and Dominic Cervantes get their first win in the tag team tournament here. It's getting very interesting as a lot of teams are very close. A lot of teams have a shot to face off against the Chosen Ones. It could be all come down to a decision made by our general manager, Mick Foley, that puts one team over the other. It's now time for our next match though, ladies and gentlemen. It is an amazing match, I know it's going to be. It is CM Punk versus Boom. And these two always put on a great show for us, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and get started and be amazed by these two amazing athletic abilities. So here we go, CM Punk versus Boom. And ladies and gentlemen, I've got to say, I can never get tired of watching these two fight in the ring. They had an amazing rivalry, an amazing set of actions over the summer to determine who was truly a better superstar, Boom or CM Punk. Boom nearly beat CM Punk, which caused CM Punk to really want to get some revenge on Boom, really show him who was the better wrestler. And let me tell you, it is a complete draw between the two of them because they both are amazing wrestlers. And when you put the two of them together in the ring, you get some classic matches. I mean, these two had some amazing CPV matches over the summer here. If you get a chance, ladies and gentlemen, please go back and check them out. They were just out of this world. I mean, their SummerSlam match, the NWL after SummerSlam, July 2nd, Extreme Rules, a last man standing match between the two of them. They just put on 5-star matches every time they're in the ring. And they're just so fluid with each other to just move from one move to the next. Momentum switches on the turn of a dime. I mean, just look at this match right now. Boom in control there with a facebuster against CM Punk. Has him locked up, but look at this. CM Punk able to reverse him. Throws him into the corner. Tries to go for a shoulder block, but Boom blocks him. Then CM Punk comes back with some chops of his own. Drop kick there. Boom able to turn around. Comes right back with a kick to the head. This is non-stop action. I am loving this, ladies and gentlemen. This is getting me fired up. This is an awesome match, and we are just a couple minutes into it. Boom flying off and hits CM Punk. Now jumps over and hits a DDT, puts CM Punk down on the ground. Boom takes control of the match, but as you can see, CM Punk grabs Boom and turns the tide right back into his favor with a kick to the chest. Boom able to reverse it. Both of these men very good technically. Able to get reversals. Both men can use a little bit more high-flying style, a little bit more powerhouse style if they need to. They're both dissimilar build, both similar size. They just are amazing together, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot stress that enough. I mean, I'm sorry if I'm marking out over these two, but the matches they put on are just outstanding. They're probably the best matches we have here in the NWL. CM Punk takes Boom and flips him over, slamming him down the mat. Recently, CM Punk hasn't been in any title pictures or anything recently. He's had a couple shots at the NWL title, but has not been able to capitalize, has not been able to win the title. And right now he's not in the hunt for it. As kind of a three-man race here with the former champion Androlini, current champion Chaz, and the number one contender Sting. Boom, meanwhile, has been assaulted as of recently by Agent Smith. This is the first time we've seen him since Agent Smith beat him down one time. This was all thanks to Smith being beaten by Boom's friend McDonald. Smith has decided to take out his frustrations on Boom. So it's good to see him back in action. It's good to see he's okay. However, we have not seen Agent Smith recently, which is always a little bit worrisome. Ronald McDonald, we saw him about 2 weeks ago as he faced off against Pennywise in a winning effort. CM Punk throws Boom into the corner, now lifts him up onto the top rope, goes up there with him as this could be bad, flips over. He just face busted from like the top rope there as now CM Punk attempted a second rope crossbody but misses. Boom then turns the action around, gets reversed, thrown back into the corner. Boom throwing CM Punk into the corner now. I mean, this match, I gotta say, it's a commentator's dream right now. I could just spend the entire match describing in detail what's going on in this match. Which, I gotta say, makes my job a lot easier, ladies and gentlemen. It's fast-flowing, hard-hitting action between the two of them just makes it so much easier on me. Boom! Has CM Punk up and hits the boomerang! The boomerang on CM Punk! Here's the pin! 2! Oh! CM Punk able to kick out! Just at the last second. I have no idea how he was able to do that. But he locks Boom in the Anaconda Vice. The Anaconda Vice by CM Punk. Boom is in trouble. Will he tap out? No. Boom. Boom able to get out of the Anaconda Vice. Backbreaker, neckbreaker combo by Boom. And that is amazing right there, ladies and gentlemen. They both hitting their signature moves on each other. Both trying so hard to pick up the victory. Boom with the boomerang, CM Punk with the Anaconda Vice, but neither man willing to give up in this match. As now both men are down, Boom and CM Punk. CM Punk gets up first, picks up Boom, and flips him over his back once again. Now going over the top rope, jumps off, springboard elbow drop. Could be going for it again. Here it is, another springboard elbow drop. The CM Punk gets Boom down on the ground. Now, using those well-trained elbows right to the shoulder and chest region of Boom. Boom is in trouble. CM Punk wants him up. Has him ready and locks him in to the Anaconda Vice. The Anaconda Vice for a second time. And Boom has no choice but to tap out. Boom was able to get out of it the first time, but I think that took a lot out of him. As the second time, he is unable to get away. And CM Punk picks up a submission victory over his rival, Boom. Another amazing match between the two of them, and if you're counting, ladies and gentlemen, it is 2-2 between the two of them. I sure as hell hope that there is a fifth match, because these guys I could watch every day of the week. So we are now ready for our next match of the night, ladies and gentlemen. It is our second tag team match, as Rated RKO's Edge and Randy Orton get their first shot here in the tag team tournament. They haven't been a part of it yet, but these next 2 weeks they are going to get their shots against teams to try and see if they should get another match against the chosen ones for the NWL tag team titles. Tonight they are facing off against the team of Willy Wonka and the Oompa Loompa. These guys have been very impressive as of late, able to pick up a victory against Rey Mysterio and Dominic Cervantes, a loss to Legacy, and now they are 1-2. Can they get a huge upset victory over Rated RKO, or will the Viper and Ultimate Opportunist find a way to pick up the victory?
You think you know us?
Chase
So Randy Orton and Willy Wonka will start up the match for these two. And Wonka is taking it to Randy Orton right now. She's got him in the corner, but tries to get up on top and start raining down some punches. Randy Orton says, "There is no way that you are doing that to me." As this is a battle between former NWL Tag Team Champions, in fact, the last champions in Rated RKO, versus two competitors that have actually started to surprise me a little bit in this tournament. They've been pretty successful, pretty surprising, as they were able to pick up a huge victory against Rey Mysterio and Dominic Cervantes. An incredible match between the two of them. Even though they lost against Legacy, they still showed bright spots here. And Willy Wonka and the Oompa Loompa could be the dark horse in this whole tournament to face the Chosen Ones. I mean, these are two people that you would never see as working as tag team champions, going up against the highest caliber of talent that we have here in the NWL. But Willy Wonka is a very sound wrestler, and his partner, the Oompa Loompa, I say this every time, but despite his size, he is an amazing wrestler. He can go toe-to-toe with any man here, ladies and gentlemen. It's Willy Wonka and Randy Orton flipping each other back and forth into the corner there, as Wonka now tags in the Oompa Loompa, who we will see go against the Viper Randy Orton. And there's that strength that I talk about all the time. Despite his size, he has an incredible amount of strength. He can pick up people that are 2 times his size. It's just incredible. I have no idea what goes on over in, what is it, Loompa Land, Wonka says is where he's from. But whatever they do over there, they raise their people to be freakishly strong. So right now takes Edge and drops him with a neck breaker. Edge now has him in a headlock, but will the Oompa Loompa able to get out of it? And there's that power again as he picks up Edge and tosses him over his head. It's a little bit slower because it does take a little bit more time to lift the dead weight of his opponent, but still, the fact that he's just able to do that is incredible. Edge on unsteady feet as the Willy Wonka Oompa Loompa is able to take control of this match. He tosses Edge out of the ring, and the two of them are in control right now. Willy Wonka tags back in. Ooh, takes Edge out there. Drop kick. It doesn't seem to do much to Edge. Willy Wonka comes running in and gets caught as Edge able to pick him up and drop him down. Rated RKO is looking for another shot against the Chosen Ones to try and reclaim the gold that they lost to them. It was actually a very surprising loss that they had. It was just an episode of the NWL here, ladies and gentlemen. The main event one night, we had Edge and Orton versus Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. The Chosen Ones had been very impressive as of late. They got an opportunity by our general manager, Mick Foley, for the titles that night, and they took advantage of that opportunity by beating the champions. That's why you have to tune into every episode, ladies and gentlemen. You never know what's going to happen. You never know what we're going to have in store for you. What kind of matches, what kind of main events, what kind of titles could be possibly on the line. As that's just one prime example. They got the rematch at Night of Champions, Rated RKO, but they were unable to beat them. The Chosen Ones retained the titles, are still champions, looking to retain the title against all comers, but they may have a very tough battle at WrestleMania. Every one of these tag teams have impressed me in one way or another. None of them have been perfect. None of them have, been unstoppable. At least, well, the Devil and Batista have been right now. They are 0-2, not in action tonight. But every one of these teams have shown bright spots, have shown great matches, have shown that they deserve a match for those NWL tag team titles. And that is what this tournament was all about. To showcase to our tag teams and to find the perfect one to face off against the champions and get an opportunity to gain the top prize in tag team wrestling. See, Oompa Loompa right now hangs Randy Orton up on the top rope there. Orton, it looks like, does not appreciate that. Turns the Oompa Loompa around and throws him into his corner. Puts him up on the top rope, as this is a bad spot for the Oompa Loompa. He does not want to be here with the Apex Predator. Up on the top, superplex. A superplex by Randy Orton to the Oompa Loompa. And now a submission. The Oompa Loompa is in trouble here, but he is able to get out of it. Oh, and then comes running in at Randy Orton and drops him with a clothesline. The Oompa Loompa right now trying to regain control of this match, but Randy Orton is not going to let him. Oh, nice reversal there by the Oompa Loompa, delivering a kick right to the face of Randy Orton. So he was waiting for him to come off the ropes. Orton throws him into the corner, but he able to get out of it, and then hits a huge clothesline after he caught the Oompa Loompa's leg by a kick attempt. Oompa Loompa throws him into the corner and over him. Beautiful show of strength by the Oompa Loompa. And Randy Orton is able to get to his corner and tag in his partner, Willy Wonka, who now goes to town against Randy Orton. He is fresh in this match. He is ready to go. Randy Orton is in trouble now. He needs to make a tag to his partner, Edge, and try and turn this thing around. As an arm drag by Willy Wonka jumps up and delivers a huge knee to the face of Randy Orton. Randy Orton, though, trying to get back into things, jumps right onto Willy Wonka off the ropes. And now Orton coming at Wonka with a couple clotheslines. Huge power slam. A huge power slam by Randy Orton. And now getting ready, jumps up and delivers a knee right to the face and possibly the throat of Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka's in trouble. Don't turn around. RKO. An RKO by Randy Orton to Willy Wonka. Edge able to run a little interference, knocks the Oompa Loompa off the ropes. And with that, Rated RKO picks up the victory.
You think you know me?
Out of nowhere, Randy Orton gets fired up, comes back, hits an RKO, and with Edge's help of knocking the Oompa Loompa off the ropes, preventing a breakup by the partner, Randy Orton is able to pick up the victory for his team, and they get a huge win in their first match in the NWL Tag Team Tournament. So remember how I said we hadn't seen Agent Smith in a while, ladies and gentlemen? Well, I guess that answers my question on where the hell he's been, as he decides to do a sneak attack on Boom tonight. In the back room, Boom gets jumped by Agent Smith and gets assaulted. gets thrown into a car windshield. We're going to have medical personnel go and take care of Boom right now, make sure he's okay, take care of what needs to be taken care of. I really hope he's okay, and I really hope that McDonald is watching that and comes back and kicks Agent Smith's ass, because that is just uncalled for. If you want to fight someone, fight them in the ring in a match. Don't just jump them backstage after they've already had a match and are beaten down. That's just pathetic. Well, we're going to have to just move past that, ladies and gentlemen, and get going with our main event of the night. It is a huge one. It is the number one contender for the NWL Championship, Sting, versus the NWL Intercontinental Champion, Carnage, one-on-one. Let's get this match started. It's going to be explosive. So here we go, the main event of the night, one-on-one action between Sting and Carnage. It is going to be an awesome match, I have a feeling, ladies and gentlemen. Sting won the Royal Rumble match this year. He is going to WrestleMania to face off against the NWL Champion, who we found out last week will still be Chaz. It is going to be an amazing match between the two of them. A long storied rivalry that dates back all the way, I believe, to the very first episode of the NWL when Sting beat Chaz. Some more fun facts is Sting has always beaten Chaz at a CPV. Chaz Parker has never been able to beat Sting on a big time stage. Can that change coming up at WrestleMania, or will Sting continue his dominance over Chaz and become the new champion? It's going to be a very interesting match between the two of them, as it's also going to be a very interesting match because the NWL Intercontinental Champion Carnage is going to be in action. He will be defending his championship against the returning Spider-Man. Yes, 2 weeks ago, Spider-Man returned in a #1 contenders match, faced off against Christian Torres for the right to face Carnage at WrestleMania. Torres thought he was a shoo-in. Torres thought he would for sure get that match, but the returning Spider-Man proved too much for him. His offense was just clean, crisp, and perfect, like he didn't even miss a day. No ring rust whatsoever, no ill effects from those broken ribs that he had suffered 2 months ago at the hands of Carnage. And he is out looking for revenge on Carnage for putting him on the shelf, looking for revenge for taking his title away from him as Carnage just goes through the steel steps. Sting picks him up and slams him down over his back onto the steel steps outside. Carnage, though, doesn't seem to be affected by it, but he seems to be fired up almost. Inside the ring, he is dancing around, ready to go. There's the crazy thing about this creature. He takes pleasure in causing pain to others and having pain inflicted on himself. He's truly a demented creature, ladies and gentlemen. We call him that all the time, but there's no other word for it. He is sick and twisted, and he will do anything to get a win. And that is pretty much all he ever does do. He is undefeated here in the NWL. Every challenger put in front of him has fallen. Not a single one of them has gotten a victory over him. Although I will admit, Christian Torres, the last 2 times he faced him for the championship, has been very close. He has shown that Carnage is, despite what everyone thinks, still mortal, still able to be hurt, still able to possibly be defeated if the right person comes along. Back to what I was saying earlier, though, about Carnage and his match against Spider-Man. It's going to be an awesome match. Spider-Man was the very first Intercontinental Champion. He, however, lost that title to Carnage quite a few months ago at SummerSlam. Ever since then, Carnage has held on to the title. Of course, if you don't ever lose a match, you don't ever lose your championship, when it's on the line at least. It's Carnage, very impressive right there as he delivers the Hurricanrana DDT to Sting, throws him back into the ring, and gets back in himself. Carnage and Sting now trading reversals, trading punches, as Carnage hits a huge kick, a huge super kick to the jaw of Sting. That has him rattled. That has the Stinger rattled as Carnage now flies off the top rope. A whisper in the wind. A whisper in the wind by Carnage to Sting, and he has gained control of this match. He has gained the momentum back. Oh, flip off the top rope. Carnage now off the top rope again, flipping. He is just amazing. Just his offense has kind of that high-flying, almost luchador style, but he doesn't really have the body for it. He's a big man, and yet he still performs these flips and jumps and crazy moves in the ring. Sting goes for the pin, but is unable to get it on Carnage. Carnage gets slammed to the ground by the brute power of the Stinger. Carnage always finds a way to really amaze us in these kind of matches, you know. He always pulls some type of trick out of his hat. Sting with a power slam there. Always finds a way to just put a new move in that just awe and defies us in the way we think about him, you know. I've seen him just do crazy moves like jump off the ropes onto the opponent on the ground. Sometimes he hits, sometimes he crashes and burns, but I think it's actually more effective when he crashes and burns. Just the way he operates, I think it just gets him more fired up, gets him more ready to just pound the living hell out of his opponent. Carnage takes down Sting. Carnage takes down Sting, got him in a pin, but Sting able to kick out of it. Sting flipping Carnage over with his arm, and now goes back after him. Flip, and gets him in a submission. Carnage in a submission hold here. Could be in trouble, but he's able to break out. Sting has been holding in his head recently. He's also, looks like, got a little bit of a cut above his left eye. I believe that happened when Carnage performed a whisper on the wind off the ropes. I think Carnage's leg caught him, the heel just like flush right against the forehead, and I think it busted Sting open. Sting hits a huge power slam there. Or I'm sorry, spine buster. That wasn't power slam, it was a spine buster. And now Sting looking to lock in the Scorpion Deathlock. The Scorpion Deathlock by Sting. Scorpion Deathlock by Sting. Carnage is in trouble. Can Carnage break out of it? And he gets to the ropes. Carnage was in a lot of trouble. There's a Scorpion Death Drop. Scorpion Death Drop by Sting. Here's the pin. Oh, and Carnage able to kick out at 2.5. Sting, rapid fire attack there as he locks in a Scorpion Deathlock. Carnage able to crawl his way to the ropes and force the rope break. But as soon as he gets back up on his feet, Sting was waiting for him and hits the Scorpion Death Drop. However, once again, Carnage is still able to kick out of it, still able to keep this match going, keep his streak alive. No one has been able to beat him yet, and Sting looking to be the first man to do it. He had a great opportunity right there to do it, as he drops Carnage with a huge clothesline. Carnage able to reverse around Sting with a spine buster once again. Sting has been on fire recently here. Been in complete control of this match. Carnage has been really on the defense here. Has not been able to get much offense going against the Stinger. As he gets flattened with a clothesline in the corner. Sting once again locking in the Scorpion, but way too close to the ropes this time. They were right in the corner, just reaching out his hand, and Carnage able to grab the ropes. Sting probably should have drawn him into the center of the ring before locking in him. Once again, tries another different type of submission, but Carnage able to break out with a rope break. Carnage drops Sting right there, as he needs to get a little bit of speed going. Here is a huge swanton bomb by Carnage to Sting, and that could be the difference right there. Carnage could have gotten back in control of this match. Now going to the top rope, flying off. Carnage gaining some speed, gaining momentum. Crossbody, but then Sting catches him with a huge power slam, ending that fury that Carnage had right there and then. Sting holding his head, Carnage holding his head. Both men taking a beating here, both men giving it their all. This is an amazing match, I gotta say right now, ladies and gentlemen. And what more do you expect from these two competitors? As Carnage able to kick out once again. You got the NWL Intercontinental Champion in Carnage. You got a #1 contender for the NWL Championship in Sting. These are both top tier, both amazing competitors here in the NWL. What other thing other than an amazing competitive match would you have expected, ladies and gentlemen? Sting going after Carnage, stomping on pretty much every limb of his arms, legs, and a head. Carnage comes running in, flips Sting right up and over. Kick to the back. Sting able to roll out of the ring. Gets back in pretty much right away. Just need a little bit of a breather, a little bit of spacing there. As now Carnage got hit with an uppercut and then Scorpion Death Drop. A Scorpion Death Drop by Sting. That has to be the second or third one in this match. Sting looking for a pin, but Carnage once again able to kick out. Sting now has Carnage locked in an abdominal stretch. Carnage in big trouble here, but he's able to break out and toss Sting up and down onto the mat. Carnage now goes for a quick pin. 2. Sting able to kick out. Carnage was looking to try and surprise Sting there with a quick pinfall of his own. But it is not good enough as he kicked to the gut. Carnage gained some momentum and drop kick right to the side of the head of Sting. I believe he got him flush where he cut him open, as if that wound wasn't big enough. May have just gotten bigger, ladies and gentlemen. As Sting able to kick out at 2, once again prolonging this match as the two of them fighting tooth and nail for it here. Sting almost got pinned, but he's able to reverse it, reverses it. Oh, is that it? No! I thought the ref's hand hit the mat again. There's almost the exact same situation that there was at Night of Champions. Christian Torres nearly got a pinfall victory on Carnage. We all thought the ref had hit 3, but Carnage somehow kicks out, and he does it once again here. Carnage once again finding a way to survive in this match against Sting. But he is in bad shape. Carnage is in really, really bad shape right now, ladies and gentlemen. As Sting pulls him to the middle of the ring, turns him over. He's got the legs where he wants them. He turns him over. He is in the center of the ring. Carnage in the center of the ring. Scorpion Deathlock. Scorpion Deathlock and Carnage. Carnage taps out. There was nowhere for him to go. In the center of the ring, he could not crawl and make it to the ropes. Carnage taps out to the Scorpion Deathlock. Sting has beaten Carnage. Sting is the first man to beat Carnage. The streak is dead. The streak is dead. Carnage is immortal. He is lost to the Stinger. I can't believe it. Carnage has tapped out. Sting has won the match. And ladies and gentlemen, I am still stunned and floored at what I have just seen. Carnage has been defeated by Sting. Carnage has tapped out to the Stinger's Scorpion Deathlock. I never thought that I would see Carnage get beaten. I mean, he's been undefeatable. He's been shown that he can't be beat. And yet he did. Somehow Sting survives this match. Carnage puts up a great effort, continues to kick out, but once again, just like at Night of Champions, ladies and gentlemen, we thought Sting had won it, but Carnage found a way to kick out. I think that was his last gasp. I don't think he had enough left in the tank, and Sting capitalizes in a huge way. That is one huge way to build momentum for yourself going into WrestleMania. He will challenge Chess for the NWL Championship with a huge win over Carnage on his back. I think Sting is unbeatable, and we have now seen that Carnage sure as hell is. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this episode of the NWL, and I'm sure you did with that main event, please go ahead and leave a like, as well as any comments you may have down below. Otherwise, I'm KJ, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.